What is up, you guys? So we are back, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how I build these Christmas stocking hangers. Yeah. So as I've been going here, I've been writing down my plans and stuff, but once I posted this, they went hot and I've had a bunch of orders, and it's pretty close to Christmas, so I'm having to really book this and hurry. But I know you guys love to see these building videos, so this is a good profitable build that y'all can make here. I'm selling these for $100. You could I know you could get more out of them, and you could add your own little touch to it. And yeah, that's what I did. I just added my own little touch, and there is some things that I still want to tweak, but I don't have time this year. I started really late on this, which I didn't find this project until a client come to me and was like, hey, can you build this? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, that's how this all started. I have really good clients, and they always come back to me, so, and they always recommend other people. Really the most, and if you have a CNC machine, you can do this a lot easier because you can engrave faster and get that done a lot quicker. But I use this router here with just a really good setup. This is the Milescraft base. Highly recommend that, and I highly recommend using this Bosch Colt. It's got the adjustable speed here on it right there, and you can really get fine and precise with this right here. You can adjust it and get really precise depth with that right there. So I really recommend that right there if you want to get into engraving. The bits that I use is from Yonico, or they're Yonico bits from precisionbits.com. That's the only bits that I use. I highly recommend them. They're good engraving bits. But just go check them out, precisionbits.com. I just want to show you guys how this is made, so just join along. I don't have any plans to like give to you guys, but I will show you everything here once I get it wrote down. I'll put that in the screen, and I'll put it down in the description below. Well, let's go ahead and get into this. I planed all my boards down so I could, because it's really cold. It's like really cold. It's like 19 degrees, 20 degrees. And then I have a few boards right there and some right here. These are going to be my leg boards, and I'll show you how all that works. But you're going to need some pretty wide boards to start this off. And I still have to plane down one more, but I'll do that last because I really don't want to let any more cold air in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and start getting all this wood chopped up to the size we need, and y'all just enjoy. There's those two boards cut, 8 inches wide. Now, we're just going to set them here to the side. Just set them off to the side for now, and then we're going to get the rest of the boards cut up. I already have the legs here. I already got them cut down to the size they need. They're 6 inches wide and 3 foot long. These ones are 61 inches long, 8 inches wide. Alright, so this is going to be 10 inches long. We're going to have two. There's one. a bit. Okay, so I have everything here cut out besides the top. Like I say, I'm gonna wait till last, so I can do that tomorrow, I guess, because I really don't want to open the door back up to let the warm air back out. So we don't need it right now to put it together, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sand all this down and get everything nice and prepped. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get our piece here, and then I'm gonna have to work on laying the stencil out, and yeah, then we're gonna get to the fun part, is engraving it. Alright guys, what is up? So, it's a new day. We got a fresh start on this. A late start. I didn't feel good and I accidentally fell back to sleep this morning, but that's okay. We're rested up a little bit. So, I've been working on getting this laid out, and I've got a few marks here made. And I like to use this these colored carbide tips. You can get a pack of them with like red, yellow, all kinds of different colors. At least with this aux you can get these at Lowe's, but I like using these just for laying out stuff, because you can get these bright marks and you can see, and it comes off pretty easy. All you gotta do is just sand it and it comes right back off. But yeah, we're gonna get this one laid out. I'm gonna start with this one, we're gonna move to this one, and then I have to take this one and move it over here because I don't have enough of the stencil. I only have one set. I already got everything centered out here. I've got marks over here as well. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, but I've got some little marks here, and I know my stencil is going to go right in there. And this one, I've got this one marked out as well. I've got some marks here and here. I know that one's going to go there, and everything's centered out. And then we're going to put our little Christmas trees here on the ends. Another thing I like to do is I like to get, the reason I have this level out is I like to get me some lines, and I'll put them all the way across, and then on the top and bottom, and then I can keep my letters straight on that line. And I'll show you what I mean. Just want to figure out where you want it. Just need one of them right now, really. So you'll figure out where you're going to want this. So right there, we've got 3 inches. Here I have a little under 2.5, so we're going to bring it up a little bit. Got it at, but there's 2 and 2. Alright, so I'm not sure if you was able to see that, but I have 2 inches top and bottom. I just lined it up. You can either line it up with the bottom of your letter here, find the part and line it, or you can just line it up with the bottom of this, and then just keep it in between those. I'll show you as I go. But I'm going to make this little mark here. I'm going to make this little mark here. I'm just going to go here and do the same thing. We know it's 2 inches, so I'm going to mark 2. And we're going to mark 2 again right here. ahead and make one more mark right here, just so I can keep it straight. Okay, now we're gonna line our edge of our level up here with our line. Get it lined up there. Get it lined up right here with this one. And then I'm just going to strike the mark right through there. All the way across. Just like that. Then I'm going to finish it off right here. There we go. Okay, so you see where we made this big long line here on top and bottom. So that'll help with the bigger letters in the center. And then you go ahead and score that one all the way across. But I did this one off camera. What I do is I'll lay one of my letters down, line it up with your line over here, line it up with the top and bottom here, and then you find where the top and the bottom of this letter is going to be, and I just mark it in there. Do that on the other side as well, and then you have these little marks, and then I just go a little bit above it, as you can see there, and then that's how I'll tell. And this one I did the same. It's right on the line, and I'll know to keep those letters straight on this line right here. You can see I've done it right here the same way. You don't have to score these all the way across, obviously, because the letters are different in the center. That's why I left the big line and all the way across. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these laid out now. I'm gonna keep everything on this bottom line, just like this. So I gotta make sure I'm centered there. Down real good. Make sure you ain't got no lifted spots where the paint will go up under it. But yeah, I'm just going to do that all the way across with those. And then I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, so you can tell I got this the stencil on, and then I'll do one stencil at a time. So I'll put the H on, tack it down with little pieces of tape, then I'll spray it, then I'll pull it off, put the other one on, and that way you can get them spaced out perfect that way. Because if you went ahead and tried to lay them all down, it's a big cluster, and it's just harder to do. I can show you my technique if you want to in another video, but yeah, it's pretty easy. If anybody wants to know, just let me know in the comments. Alright, so we got this down. So I was starting to look, and this is spaced out pretty far apart here. There's a good gap, so I'm thinking we might do like a little design here or something. I've got a few little designs I could probably add here. But yeah. I do wish these were a little bit bigger, but it's okay. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, especially when it gets stained, because it's going to be stained and everything. And then I'm going to leave this part, the original color, on the inside where I engrave it. got this carved out, and then I'm working on this. Actually, I got this done. Now we're just working on the rest of these letters, and then we gotta get that. I'm trying to get some good shots of this for you guys, but it's really hard because the camera is like right in the way. So I'm gonna try my best to get some good shots for you guys. Alright, so we got all this carved out. Next thing we'll do is we'll just sand it and get all the insides nice and cleaned up in there. Get all those little loose scraggles and stuff off of it. But that turned out pretty good. But this is what we got for the night, guys. I'm gonna call it a night, and then we're gonna sand this up in the morning, and then we're gonna start assembling it. And yeah, but I never did find anything for the centers yet. I'm still figuring that out, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see you guys, not on the next one, but I'll see you guys in the morning. What is up, you guys? It's a new day. So I got my little sanding block here, and I'll take that and just get on these little edges in the lettering and just smooth those out. Once I sand it, I'll sand all of it with the big sander here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand this all down. Now I'll just take this rub it in all the edges. Alright, so I got all that sanded out. I just done it off camera. It's pretty simple. Just go in, like I showed you, and get all the little edges that you see that has little like loose burrs or whatever. As you can see, I got all this sanded out. I blowed all the dust out of it. But yeah, see, like right there. That kind of fixed it a little bit. If you have some of those little sanding sticks, looks like Q-tips or whatever, those are really good for that, but I don't have any of those. But those are really, really better to use. So now all we gotta do, I've already sanded all the other pieces, so we're good on that. Now we just gotta put it all together. All right, you guys, so I went ahead, I forgot to press record, but I went ahead and put this front plate on. I still got to attach to the back, but I just lay my two legs down here like this, and I put little pieces under here to level them out, and then I put the bottom piece down, and then I put the top one on here, and I go ahead and nail it on, and then I'm gonna flip it around and nail that bottom piece on. But first, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and put the screws in it just so it's more secure. I'm trying to find one of my pencils here. There's one. Okay. So I'm just going to mark some marks here where I would like this to be. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to drill these holes. go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Alright, so now we're gonna just flip this over and we'll just tack it down that way. Just gonna take it, spin it around. There. Now, I got my glasses. This part goes on the inside, so I'm gonna flip it around like this. Let's see, I think I want to switch it around the other way, I think. Yeah, I like it better like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put some glue on it here. And just put our glue on it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna lay it down right on top. The other end over there, I just try to get it as perfect as I can. But for this side, what we'll do is I'm gonna make sure everything's flush. You gotta make sure the top's flush right here and your sides are flush. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's kind of hard to get that on camera, but okay. I pick it up and slide it this way. Just a little bit there. Okay, then put a nail in it. Just to hold it. Now, I'm going to get this side flush. Put a nail in. There we go. Just like that. Wipe that little bit of glue off, which I'll sand it off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, now we'll go to this side. We're going to do the same thing here. Okay. Got her flush. Okay, let's flush there. Make sure we're flush on the end. Perfect. We're good here as well. And there you go. Now we'll just mark our marks to put the screws in it, just like we did on the other side. And we'll have that together. So I'm gonna do that off camera since you already know how I do that. Alright, so now I'm putting the feet on. And the way I cut these, I have 2 inches all the way around from the center of that, or from the post. So I have 2 inches this way. I'm gonna have 2 inches this way. We'll also have 2 inches this way. It out up under here. And then I'll put the glue on. I'll put the glue on here, and then we know where to line it back up because we put these marks on. So that's why I do that. Let's go ahead and glue these up. Get them nailed on, and then I'll put some screws in these as well. Okay. Y'all won't be able to see this, but all I'm doing is just lining these lines up. You could mark this out on top to see where you're at, but I can pretty much just eyeball that and tell. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and yeah, that one's on. Now what I'll do is I'll just do like we did in the front on the faces, and we'll drill some holes out and countersink them and put those screws in there. Alright, okay, so I got the holes drilled out and I got the screws put in. I just put 3. There we go. So let's go ahead and just flip it on over. There we go. Might have to wipe this glue up around the edges. Take a little piece of a rag and then find a piece of wood with like a sharp edge or something thin or something. This right here will work good. And I'll just put it right on the corner of the stick like that, right there at the corner. And then see that glue in there. Well, man, see? Cleaned it up a lot better than it was. And see, if I would have just flopped it like that, you still have that in the corner. That's why I like to find something and put it in the corners. like this. Bam. See? It's gone now. I'll sand up around that, of course. But yeah, just want to show you that, guys. Show you that little trick there. This thing's looking pretty good. We'll flip it around where you guys can see it here in a minute. But I still got to go get the pegs. I went to my local hardware store, Hometown Hardware, and they did not have any shaker pegs. I was hoping they would, and might have them cheaper than Lowe's, because Lowe's is $4 for a box of 2. It's just ridiculous, man. I really wish I had a lathe. I want to get me a little lathe, just a little cheap one or something, just so I can start making stuff like that, because I really want to get into wood turning anyway. So I think it would be really good. Plus, it would help me save a lot of money when I have to buy stuff like shaker pegs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's looking good, and we're still going to stain it. I guess we're going to do dark walnut. That's what color they want. That's literally the most popular color, is dark walnut. And then we just got to make the top. I still got to plane it down. I got to go find a good board for this. So yeah, we got to figure out the size of that and stuff as well. I think I have it wrote down in my book, so we'll go get the book and see. Okay, so this is the board we're going to use for the top part. It's perfectly wide enough where I can get 7 inches out, or 7.5 out of it. Double check. Yeah, we're 8 1/4, so we got plenty. It's got quite a few of these little bark abrasions, so I think that'll look pretty good for the top. We'll be able to tell more about it once we sand or plane all this weird stuff off of it. But yeah, back to the shop. Alright, so we got it planed down. I think I'm gonna use this as the top because we have this little hole here. I'd just rather have that down on the bottom, that way we can have the flattest surface. I only have this little bitty hole here, which is not a big deal. And a little bit of a crack in that knot there, but it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright guys, so I've got it pretty much all together. All we got to do is put the Christmas trees on the end, and then we go put the shaker pegs in, and then we got to stain it. But yeah, I still got to go get the shaker pegs. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. The light sucks in here, so sorry about that. And this top's really pretty. I wish I wouldn't have used it on this. It would have been really pretty on something else. But it looks really good on here too. Whoa, don't fall off the edge. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I just want to show you guys what it looks like without the stain on it, and where I'm at on the progress. Like I say, that's all I got to do is put the pegs in, the trees here on the end, and then we just stain it. And I might run a round over on this edge here and on the edges, but that's about it. Looking good. Alright, so I'm at Lowe's. They don't have them on the shelf, but luckily they have them over here in this box. I got one extra at the house, so I only need 3 packs to get 6. Save that one for somebody else. I need this for the door. Yeah, these things are $3.98 a box. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna get these and get out of here. Alright, you guys, so we're back. I filled in some of the cracks over there in the door with the spray foam we got from Lowe's. And then I filled in this hole until I could fix that when we get some time. But yeah, here's what we have. And then I have one extra over there to make 7. Can't believe these are $4 a box. Alright guys, so I've got the stockings hung up just by some thumbtacks, just to get the placement of where to put the dowels, or the shaker dowels things. Shaker, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm just want to make sure these are all going to fit perfectly. I'm pretty happy with the way that fits. That looks good. Everything's looking good there. It's all evened out perfect. So yeah, we're gonna mark those spots, and I'm gonna drill them out, and then we'll yeah, put our little dowel in. All right, so okay, so I just cut some of this dowel off. Now I'll get the depth of that, and then I'm gonna put a piece of tape there at the end of it on my bit, and then it won't go any deeper than what this needs to be. Alright, so I got all the dowels, little pegs glued in. So these 2 holes, or it might have been these 3, but I know this one and this one for sure. The bit, when you put tape on it like that, there's a reason drill bits have these little ridges in them, and it's to spit the sawdust out. So when you put the tape on there, sawdust can't come out. So it made it go off course because it got so full of sawdust, and the dust was just stopping inside the tape here and not getting spit out. So that's what made it go sideways. But I was able to fix it. Just be aware of that if you are not aware of that. Once it's stained, you won't be able to tell that these pegs are different wood, so it doesn't really matter. But if I was leaving this original color, I would want the same peg, shaker pegs as made out of the same material here. So that's why I want a lathe, so I can make my own stuff. And plus I just want to get into it so I can make like chairs and stuff like that. There's just a lot of stuff you can do with a lathe that I really want to get into. So I really want a lathe and a CNC. Those are my 2 big things, mainly a CNC, but I want a lathe too. But yeah, this is it. It looks really good. We're just gonna let this dry, and we'll be back in the morning. What is up, guys? It's a new day. So it piss poured rain last night, so everything is wet and soggy. But it's trying to clear up and be a pretty day. But I've got the stain out. I went ahead and blowed all the dust out of the building this morning and done all that, cleaned it up. Now we're going to stain this up. So now, when I done the other one, I just brushed it on like I'm doing now, and I didn't wipe it back off. And it took a lot longer to dry, so I think I'm going to wipe this one off as I go, because I really don't want it to stink up the customer's house. That's the only thing I hate about stain. Sometimes you'll get like a strong smell from it if it ain't dried too good. And that's not really good. You don't want that. So yeah, I just have some rags here. And I'll take a rag. And we're just gonna wipe it down like that. Just wipe it down. And that's gonna give it that nice light brown color, and it's going to make these spots really pop. Perfect. Guess who was sitting waiting on me when I was coming out of the shop? Trying to get her used to coming into the shop so we can have a shop cat. Such a good kitty though. She don't like me to walk off. She'll literally walk in front of me to try to stop me. Come here, baby. Yeah, you know. Hello. Hello. Make sure we get the top real good. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I gotta get a new SD card. I can't believe how expensive they are. 1 terabyte is like $100. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I gotta do short clips because my SD card's really not good, or it ain't got much storage, so it makes it hard to edit. So yeah, I try to get as much footage as I can for you guys. Look who we have in the shop. Finally got her in here. Come here, baby. He's such a good cat. She's so gentle too. Like she don't, when you're carrying her and she wants down, she tries to be so gentle so she don't hurt you. He's a good kitty. He's so fat too. He's so fat. All right, I gotta get to work. You gonna help me? Huh? You gonna help me? I'll give you a paintbrush and you can stain some too. Yeah. Yeah, I'll help. I'll help. Alright, so I'm cutting these Christmas trees out. I done got one cut out. I just do it with a jigsaw. I got the bandsaw and I got a scroll saw. But I find it easier for me just to use this. I'm better with a jigsaw than I am with either one of those. There you go. 2 little Christmas trees, and then I'll just take a piece of sandpaper and we'll clean these edges up. There it is, guys, with the stockings on it. Pretty awesome, huh? Alright. So yeah, we are done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little build here. I had a lot of fun making it. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We're almost to 500 subscribers, and I'm going to be doing that giveaway, and it's going to be something cool. And you have to be a subscriber to win that giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to win that giveaway, and to see videos like this, building stuff. And if you love tools, definitely check that out, because we have tools everywhere, and I always have new tools coming in that I recommend, and it's not junk, and I think's worth the money. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, leave a like on this video. Don't take just a second. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.